In Lesson 11.5, we're going to multiply integers. And multiplying and dividing is actually much easier than adding and subtracting. You can see there's a lot less rules happening here. So the product of two integers with the same sign, they have the same sign, your answer is positive. So a positive times a positive is a positive. And a negative times a negative is also a positive. So as long as they have the same sign, your answer is positive. Well, then what happens if they have different signs? Well, if they have different signs, your answer is just negative. There's no rule about bigger number or smaller number. You don't have to change any signs. So a positive times a negative is a negative. And it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. As long as the signs are opposite, you are going to get a negative answer. So you just multiply your numbers like normal. So 4 times 5 I know is 20. So I can put 20 for all of these. Here they're both positive, so they have the same sign, so my answer is positive. Negative times negative, that's the same sign, so my answer is positive. Positive times negative, those are two different signs, so this answer needs to be negative. And a negative times a positive is different signs, so that answer also needs to be negative. So that's it. You just multiply the numbers as they are. And then if they have the same signs, your answer is positive. If they have opposite signs, your answer is negative. So we're going to show you this on a number line. So if we're going to do 5 times negative 2, you're going to start at 0. You're going to show 5 groups of negative 2 on the number line. So here's one group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I put all those together, then I know that I get negative 10. So 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Okay? And again, I know that 5 times 2 is 10. And because they had opposite signs, I knew that my answer had to be a negative 10. Alright, so now you try the quick checks. There's just these two here. And then remember your rules, multiply your numbers. If the signs are the same, you get a positive answer. If the signs are negative, if the signs are opposite, your answer is negative. Let's try those. And then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, so now we're just going to multiply without a number line. So negative 2 times negative 6. Well, since I have the same signs, I know I'm going to get a positive answer. And product is just the answer when you multiply. So 2 times 6 is 12, and it's going to be a positive 12 because they're the same signs. Negative 7 times 2 has different signs, so I know I'm going to get a negative answer. And 7 times 2 is 14, and since they had opposite signs, I need to make it negative. Alright, the value of a telephone calling card decreases 20 cents for each minute used. Write an integer to express the change in the card's value for a 4-minute call. So I'm going to use a negative number to represent the card losing value. Okay, and multiply that by 4. 20 times 4 is 80. But since they had opposite signs, I know my answer is going to be negative. So the amount, negative 80 cents, represents the change in the card's value. So now try your quick checks, and then we'll check your work in class.